It's Thursday, February 6, 2020, and here's what's happening. The search for a missing teen is underway. The latest. Plus, New York State Senator George Borrello is leading a hearing on the state's bail reform impacts.
From the team that puts coverage first, this is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. The Repeal the Bail Reform Task Force will hold its first hearing today on the impacts of the New York State criminal justice reforms. New York State Senator George Borrello was recently appointed a co-chair of that group. Statewide, Borrello says there has been a flood of dangerous defendants released under the law and then reoffending within days, sometimes within hours of leaving court. The senator says the goal of the task force is to hear the perspective of prosecutors, law enforcement officials, probation officials, victims advocates, and community residents who are impacted by the changes. The city of Jamestown, who has less than 30,000 people, reported this week more than 100 defendants released under the bail reform law and failed to show up for their court appearance.
Our public defender is trying to explain this away as some kind of an anomaly, but it's not an anomaly. Our police department, they're going to spend time now chasing down criminals that didn't show up for court instead of doing what they can to prevent crime.
The hearing will run from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Mahoney State Office Building in Buffalo. A live stream of the forum will be available on the New York State Senate's Republican Facebook page. A link to that is posted at WNYNewsNow.com. Well, officials are asking for the public's help in finding a missing 16-year-old Fredonia teen. Take a look. The National Centers for Missing and Exploited Children are looking for Cody Windenhofer, who was last seen on Sunday, January 26th. Windenhofer is described as a 200-pound, 6-foot-tall white male with blonde hair and brown eyes. He's believed to be in St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, a community east of Ridgeway. Anyone with information on his whereabouts are asked to call 911 Fredonia Police at 716-679-1531 or the National Centers for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-843-5678. We have more information now on our website. And the driver of a tractor trailer that crashed into a guardrail on Route 5 in the town of Portland late last night was uninjured. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office tells us they responded to the scene at around 11:30 p.m. Deputies say the tractor trailer was traveling westbound when it left the north side of the roadway and struck a guardrail and telephone pole. The guardrail, pole, and big rig sustained heavy damage in that crash. The Portland Fire Department and Chautauqua County Hazmat team assisted at the scene there after crews found diesel fuel leaking from the truck. And Jamestown Public School officials say Ring Elementary School is closed today due to a broken pipe. Kathy Penabianco, she's the communications coordinator for the district, says a busted drain pipe in the cafeteria will be repaired. Additionally, Penabianco says the school will not be open tomorrow due to a previously scheduled in-service day. All other remaining Jamestown schools are open today. Certainly a very long weekend for kids there at Ring Elementary. Hopefully everybody is having a great day, and don't we wish that that file footage could be the real look outside with the green grass. Thanks for joining us here on WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Gotta say hello to Lori. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for being here. Hello to Pam as well. Hopefully you all are having a great day. And the weather is another really big story that we're following today. Forecaster Andrew Stevenson is standing by with a live look on some winter weather that's making conditions a little tough right now for people out there. Hey, Andrew.
And good afternoon, Justin. Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to start off with the watches and warnings since there's a lot of them to talk about. First off, we got the winter weather advisory that was supposed to expire at 10 a.m. this morning, but the National Weather Service in Buffalo extended that to 6 p.m. and the National Weather Service in Cleveland extended the one to 1 p.m., which will expire at the top of the hour. Once this advisory expires at 6 p.m. tonight, a winter storm watch goes into effect. This is for all of Western New York. The counties in Pennsylvania have not had issued a watch yet, so we'll see what happens this afternoon. But the winter storm watch will go into effect this afternoon and will last until 6 a.m. Saturday morning. So this is what we have coming up. That watch goes into effect. We'll see 5 to 9 inches of snow possible across the region as we head into Saturday morning. The weekend will become calmer and next week will be a bit warmer. How much snow are we going to get? I'll tell you about that coming up in just a couple of moments, but for now, Justin, back to you.
All right, Andrew, thank you very much. Coming up, a lot more to tell you about why elected officials in Albany are upset with the governor's new free college tuition expansion. And later on, a springtime treat will be on sale once again. The details as we roll along here on this Thursday.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you. When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. Stay up to date on local news, weather, and sports that matter to you. Plus, subscribe to breaking news and weather alerts from the team that puts coverage first. In addition, watch news as it happens with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network. Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
Every cookie sold in the Girl Scout Cookie Program helps girls learn lifelong lessons in people skills, decision making, money management, goal setting, and business ethics. It's amazing how much you can learn from a cookie. The Girl Scout Cookie Program. Think outside the box.
And welcome back. Some New York lawmakers called on the governor this week to do more to help low-income college students instead of following through with his new proposal that would benefit mostly upper-class students. Governor Andrew Cuomo has proposed letting slightly wealthier students qualify for the free tuition Excelsior Scholarship Program at colleges at state universities. Cuomo's plan would let a family making up to $135,000 per year qualify for the program, that up from the current $125,000 cutoff. Assembly members say the proposal doesn't do enough to help financially struggling students at a time when the governor also proposes continuing a $200 a year public tuition hike. The governor, in his budget briefing book, claimed that his proposal to boost the Excelsior Scholarship would allow more than 200,000 New York resident students to attend SUNY or CUNY colleges tuition-free. Well, the United States Senate acquitted President Donald Trump of both impeachment allegations during a vote yesterday afternoon. GOP Senator Mitt Romney was the only Republican to vote to convict the president. He's the first senator in U.S. history to vote to convict a president from the same party in an impeachment trial. Susan Malvox has more.
An expected ending to the impeachment trial.
Donald John Trump be, and he is hereby, acquitted of the charges in said articles.
With an unexpected twist, Republican Senator Mitt Romney voting with Democrats to convict President Trump on the first article of impeachment for abuse of power. Romney's vote stunning his GOP colleagues and the White House.
The president asked a foreign government to investigate his political rival. The president's purpose was personal and political. Accordingly, the president is guilty of an appalling abuse of public trust.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell declaring victory.
This is a political loser for them. They initiated it. They thought this was a great idea.
Romney becomes the only senator in American history voting to remove his party's president from office. The former Republican presidential nominee says his faith guided his decision.
I take an oath before God as enormously consequential. I knew from the outset that being tasked with judging the president, the leader of my own party, would be the most difficult decision I have ever faced. I was not wrong.
Romney joined with all Republicans to acquit the president on the second charge, obstruction of Congress, including these three Republicans who Democrats had hoped to sway.
Mr. Romney, not guilty.
But the damage was already done. Romney, who was endorsed by Trump when he ran for president in 2012, is now receiving an avalanche of attacks from the president's closest allies.
He wanted to be president. He's not. I'm shrugging my shoulders because it really doesn't matter. In other words, he wasn't the swing vote. They were 20 votes shy.
He's not brave. He's a coward.
You vote your conscience, but you got to use common sense.
And Trump himself slamming Romney in a late-night tweet, mocking his failed presidential run.
Ms. Sinema, guilty.
All Democrats, including 3 red state senators who were undecided, united in voting to convict Trump on both articles. Democratic leader Chuck Schumer blasting Republicans for their handling of the trial.
The Republican majority has placed a giant asterisk, the asterisk of a sham trial, next to the acquittal of President Trump, written in permanent ink.
Even without a conviction, lead House impeachment manager Adam Schiff says he's leaving the process optimistic.
What Mitt Romney did, what a number of very courageous Democratic senators did, really justified the faith the founders put in their system of self-governance, that people would have sufficient virtue to stand up for what was right.
Susan, thank you for your reporting. The impeachment inquiry against the president was initiated by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi back in September. President Trump is set to speak later today on the acquittal. Well, right now in Ithaca, a Cornell University student is being tested for the coronavirus. The university says the student just got back from China, something the school has now banned for the time being. Samples have been sent to the CDC, but until the results are back, that person will stay in isolation and be monitored by the county's health department. Folks on campus got the news earlier this week, and as you can imagine, it's gotten a lot of people on edge. Some of them even wearing masks on campus.
Yeah, the fact that, because everyone spreads so many germs and we all live in the same place, and the fact that any of us could just pick up the virus is a little freaky.
Yes, officials say the risk of spreading is pretty low, though. And as of now, there are no confirmed cases of coronavirus in New York State. If this one is confirmed, it could be the first. Well, in more health news, it's the second leading cause of death here in the U.S., killing around 580,000 people each year, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. This week, the World Health Organization announced its prediction that cancer cases could go up globally over the next 20 years if something isn't done to stop the increase. Mandy Gaithner has more in today's Health Minute.
If current trends continue, the world risks an increase of 60% in cancer cases over the next 2 decades. That warning from the World Health Organization, which is urging cancer services to be stepped up. The problem isn't more kinds of cancer, but overwhelmed health agencies. The organization predicts more than 80% of new cancer cases will be in low and middle income countries where survival rates are currently lowest. Why? Those countries are committing their energy toward fighting infectious diseases and improving maternal and child health at the expense of the long-term challenge of diagnosing and treating various cancers. Last year, more than 90% of high-income countries reported comprehensive treatment services for cancer in the public health system, while fewer than 1 in 6 of low-income countries did so. The WHO Director General suggests we could save 7 million lives over the next decade by targeting the right science to each country, by expanding universal health coverage, and by getting key members of each country's healthcare community to collaborate more. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
All right, Mandy, thank you very much. The World Health Organization highlights a wide range of proven interventions to prevent new cancer cases, including controlling tobacco use, which they say is responsible for about 25% of deaths, vaccination screenings, and treatments. Certainly a tough topic to talk about sometimes, but nevertheless, being healthy it can sometimes help. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Thanks for joining us here on WNY News. Now I got to say hello to Amy, Sean, Seth. Good afternoon to you, sir. Lucian, great to see you on the broadcast. Always love having you. Good to see Tabby, Emily, and Justin as well. Let's shift gears and look at this forecast, Andrew, because I think today is going to be a little messy for a lot of people as they get out and see this morning. I don't know if you cleaned off your car or not, but there was like this big layer of ice, and I know that a lot of people are saying that's going to continue on into today, so kind of tricky.
Yeah, but I thought it was going to be a little bit icier. You had that layer of snow, and then it switched over to a mix and become slushy and nasty. But the roads were pretty good this morning. It
worked pretty well for me, I think, because when I got the snow off my car, I just put I have this big Snow Joe, it's called. It's like this big snow wiper thing. And you put it on, and I was able to pull off huge chunks of it because it was frozen. Nevertheless, if you are going out this afternoon, I imagine it probably could get a little
especially heading in tonight into tomorrow. So let's talk about the snowfall totals we had over the past 24 hours. Did I go one too far? There we go. Come back. Here we go. Snowfall totals past 24 hours. Silver Creek topped off at 4 inches. Fredonia 3.5. Here in Jamestown and Falconer 2 inches. And over there in Allegheny County, just about under an inch of snow. We'll add on to that over the next 24 to 48 hours. Let's take a look at what's going on outside. Cloudy out there right now. Temperature 31 degrees at the Jamestown airport with a north wind at 6 miles per hour. Let me reiterate the watches and warnings. That winter weather advisory, I did not bring that up again, that expires at 6 p.m. tonight. And then that winter storm watch goes into effect and will last until 6 a.m. Saturday morning. So let's take a look at future look. It's going to start off this afternoon. As you can see, starts off with that mixture heading into this evening and will turn over to all snow, and that will last through tomorrow. But as we head into tomorrow night and that storm system pushes off the east coast, it will lead us with just some lake effect snow bands that's going to start setting up for early Saturday morning. But eventually that snow will start to taper off. So how much snow are we going to get? We're looking about 5 to 9 inches. The more snow across the traditional snow belt areas, 4 to 8 inches. Across the southern tier, northwestern Pennsylvania, 3 to 6 inches of snow. Like Dakota says, take a look at the lower number. That's what we should expect. If you get any more than that, then as Dakota says, that's a bonus of snow. So 5 to 9 inches in general over the next 48 hours through Saturday morning. So let's take a look at the afternoon forecast today. We'll see cloudy skies out there. We'll be dealing with a few rain showers, some freezing rain temperatures today in the lower 30s. Taking a look at tonight's forecast, it will start off as a mixed precipitation early. It will turn over to snow after midnight with lows in the lower 20s. About 1 to 2 inches of snow tonight. Tomorrow is where we get into the bulk of the snow, 3 to 6 inches of snow tomorrow. So now let's take a look at a 7-day forecast. We'll be dealing with the snow tomorrow. That snow will begin to taper off as we head into Saturday. And for the rest of the weekend, it will become quiet. And as we head into next week, it will start to warm up as we'll get temperatures towards the 40s. Justin and Norm.
All right, Andrew, thank you very much. Norm is here now with a look at what's coming up in sports. Hey, Norm.
Yes, Justin. Coming up in sports, the New York Yankees will go without one of their starting pitchers for a while. That and more when WNY News Now returns.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Thursday, sports fans. We are nearing the end of the work week. Welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Riding a 12-game winning streak, tonight at 6:30, the Randolph Cardinals varsity boys basketball team will have a home conference game against the Portville Panthers. At 14-1, Randolph is averaging more than 70 points a game during their winning streak, which includes a 72-23 win over the Panama Panthers in their last game Monday. On the opposing end, Portville is 8-7 this season and are looking to shake off a 67-47 loss to the Salamanca Warriors in their last game Monday. The Panthers have lost back-to-back games after putting together a 4-game winning streak. With spring training coming up in a couple weeks, the New York Yankees will be without one of their starting pitchers. James Paxton, entering his second season with the Yankees, had a microscopic lumbar surgery done on Wednesday to remove a paradiscal cyst. The operation was done to alleviate pain in the spinal area Paxton endured during parts of the 2019 season. Paxton will be out of action for 3 to 4 months. Last season, Paxton went 15-6 with a 3.82 ERA and 186 strikeouts in his first season wearing pinstripes. With a 7:30 tip-off tonight, the 15-36 New York Knicks will host the 22-29 Orlando Magic. New York has won 2 in a row and are coming off a 139-134 overtime win over the Cleveland Cavaliers on Monday. On the opposing end, Orlando lost their last game on Wednesday night, 116-100 versus the Boston Celtics. The Knicks are currently in 13th in the Eastern Conference, while Orlando is in 8th. The game will be televised on MSG. That's it for sports today. Back to Justin and Andrew.
All right, Norm, thank you very much. Well, McDonald's has several classic fan favorite items that only appear every now and then, and one of them is this guy, the Shamrock Shake. If you love it, get ready and get happy because it's coming back on February 19th. The minty green treat has been around for 50 years, and that's why McDonald's is bringing it back. They're also introducing the Oreo Shamrock McFlurry. The Shamrock Shake was created by a Connecticut McDonald's owner to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Sales from the shake helped build the first Ronald McDonald House for families of children who are fighting serious illnesses. And Andrew, the Shamrock Shake and the Oreo Shamrock McFlurry will be available nationwide for a limited time. So certainly, I always love when I see that coming out because I know that St. Patrick's Day is coming. And after St. Patrick's Day, usually things become more spring-like.
You hope. Then you get the snow in early April.
Yeah, and then we just don't like life, but that's okay.
But the Shamrock Shake's sure I'm going to have to try one of those Oreo ones.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not a big fast food kind of person, but I love the Shamrock Shakes. I think those are it's just so, I guess refreshing is the word. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just like ice cream in general, because I'd eat any of them. Yeah, we know that.
We all love ice cream.
Yeah, everybody loves ice cream. I scream, you scream, we all scream.
For ice cream.
We'll be here all week. Well, let's Let's get a final check on the weather. And really, today's story is what?
We got a mixture of freeze and rain this afternoon, which will turn over to snow as we head into tonight and tomorrow, but the snow will end early on Saturday. So we're looking about 5 to 9 inches, but by the time this thing is all said and done. So
okay, so we'll have to do a little shoveling.
Cold, and it's going to be a little cooler tomorrow and Saturday than the 40s we dealt with earlier on in the week.
Well, hey, I see more 40s coming, so that's good.
Yeah, but then that probably means more snow after that, the way this winter is going.
It's like we're on a roller coaster, if you think about it. I mean, we go up, and then we go down, and then we go up, and then we go down, and we go up again. Thanks, Andrew. That's going to do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading our mobile app. We leave you with this. I think that's Chautauqua Lake. Yeah, you can kind of see it out there in the distance. If you're out and about, safe travels today. We'll see you back here tomorrow with our TGIF edition.